Hello nature lovers, thanks for joining me today. My name is Graham and here in the garden just want to show you something to do with this ornamental poppy. Now as you can see, it's long since dropped its petals and I actually didn't get round to taking a photograph of it while it still had its petals this year, but it was identical to one that was merely about 1.5 meters away last year, which I did photograph, and this is what it looked like. Very frilly, very pink, and to be fair, it's actually not one of my favourite types of poppy, although I do like poppies in general. I prefer the simpler ones, and the bees do too, because they can get into them more easily. But anyway, as you can see, this petal, if we this poppy, if we take a closer look, the seed heads seem to have been getting chewed out by something, and the question is, by what? So I think we might need to come back after dark and see who the culprit is. So it turns out it was mainly snails. There were some other creatures there as well. I don't know whether or not you saw, but yeah, the snails have been chewing out the poppy seed heads. Hold it, just a cotton picking minute. That is not the way it happened. That wobbly piece of phone footage you saw just now was shot before those pieces to camera, and I had fully intended to shoot footage of the snails on my decent camera, on my DSLR, with a nice manual Pentacon 50mm wide aperture lens, but when I went back that evening, the snails didn't show up. Now, as any wildlife filmmaker will know, whether they are Simon King shooting big cats in Africa for the BBC, or humble little old me shooting snails in the garden, the subjects that we're trying to film do not always cooperate. In fact, I go further than that. I say they usually don't cooperate, and the bits you see are where we get lucky. But no, I'll show you the footage I did get that night. No snails, but as you can see, actually some nice earwigs and other insects there. But no, unfortunately, no snails, but that's the way it goes. Anyway, thanks for joining me in this video. Catch me again in the next one. Meanwhile, God bless, stay safe, stay sane, stay curious, and keep enjoying the wonders of nature where you are when it shows up.